Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a locking gatefold card. I'd recently made one where the locking mechanism, part of it, were with two circles that interlocked with each other to hold the front of the gatefold closed. Quite often a gatefold card will have a belly band that wraps around. This one was a little bit different, and this is another different version. It has this sliding little mechanism which goes up and down, and as you can see, it just goes over the two pieces and pops off, and then your card can open. And then the two little flaps at the back, a little secret hidden part of it, is what goes over to keep it closed. Of course, it's not going to go back very quickly because I'm doing a video and would like it to, but no, there you go. So this is how it arrives. Like always, it folds flat to go in a standard size envelope. So without further ado, I'll show you how to make it. It needs a piece of cardstock, and this is Shy Shamrock, which is out of the new 24-26 in color collection. Actually, everything I'm using today is 24-26 in colors. It's just such a bright, cheerful collection this year. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, and quite usually we would score it at 4 1/4 and just fold it in half to make a one flap card. This one is scored gatefold style, so it's 2 1/8 from each edge. So I'm just going to fold it in, and rather than pressing it with the bone folder, because this can sometimes move it that little hair's width apart because of the fatness of the part at the back, I'm not actually going to score it down until the very end and it's all built. So that's the basic gatefold. There's a piece of basic white that goes in the middle, which is the usual 4 by 5 1/4 layered size. So I will go ahead and pop that in. Just then that's already taken care of, and we can concentrate on decorating the outside, which is a lot more fun. So inside in, card all ready to be decorated. Then what we need are two pieces of the designer series paper, and I actually cut the 2 inches wide each. So I actually cut a piece that was 4 inches and cut it in half. This one doesn't particularly have a very dominant pattern. It's very higgledy-piggledy, but if you've got a pattern that's colors or lines, something a little bit more dominant, it's nice, I think, to have the pattern flow across. So these are two pieces, and like I say, they're 2 inches by 5 3/8 because we want to fill as much of the front as possible. So we'll go ahead and stick those on, one on each side, of course. As always, as you know, all the directions and the dimensions will be on my blog, so you can pop on over there and find them all written out for you and explained what cuts where and the stamp sets I used and all that good stuff. So you can relax and just enjoy the whole video from start to finish. The next piece we need is another piece of cardstock. So again, I'm using the Shy Shamrock, and this is 3 by 3. That's the piece that goes at the front. And then you need 4 pieces of 2 3/4 inches each. 2 of them are left plain, and 2 of them are scored at 1 3/8. That's half of the 2 3/4. And then what you need to do is put on each of the halves, put a strip of tearing tape. And I did mine already just for quickness for the video, so I just left one to show you. So you can use the Tombow Torture. Can't find the end of my tearing tape. And those of you who know my videos know I like to laugh at myself because I'm not a tearing tape kind of person. I'm a cut and tape. But however you get your strong adhesive on the back, you can use the Tombow Mono liquid glue. It just needs to be something that will hold it together really sturdy. So take one of the plain pieces, and actually I'll bring in my silicone mat, not because there's any stickiness particularly, it just gives a nice contrast so we can see where things are going to go. So we'll peel off one side of the sticky. And then because it's the same size, we've just got to line it up to the edge of the underpiece. This just gives a nice finished look to the whole thing when it's done. And then the other one, we will again take off 2 of the pieces, and they will go on this edge right up all the way around. So we've got a nice flap, like a little butterfly can fly away. So that gives a finished back look. And then what we need to do is we need to peel all the stickies off and attach them to the other side of the front panel. So we'll just peel all those stickies off, all the backing things, fling those across the room as I usually do. And then we've just got to get this lined up in the middle. Ooh, scary because it's actually super sticky. So once it's down, committed forever. So now you can see we've got the mechanism which will go on the inside of the card, and this is the outside that we can now decorate. So I'm going to bring in all sorts of here's ones I made earlier, but I will go ahead and show you how I made some of them. So first of all, I'm going to bring in the Simply Said, because that's where the greeting's going to come from, and we're going to do Thinking of You, which I've already put out on a stamp. So we open that up and just put Thinking of You nicely in the corner, so it's already done and we know it's safe before we start sticking anything else down. So what we need to do is stamp the leaves and stamp the flowers, and their different strengths. So you know how we do the different generations. So I'm going to take the leaves and actually stamp those first generation onto the cardstock because we wanted to look strong. But if we took the filler and stamped it the same, you wouldn't really be able to see there was much difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to ink up the stamp full strength, stamp it off once, and then place it in the middle so you get the lighter refrain. And we'll do that again with one of the flowers. So it's exactly the same principle. Well, we'll do it the other way around. I was going to do it the same, but I'll show you how it works doing it the other way. So bring in the scratch paper, ink up the inside of the flower onto the scratch paper, and then stamp it so you've already got the lighter refrain. And then when you bring in the two-step stamping part and put it on the top, which I don't want to get my head in the shot, so I'm hoping it's fitted. It looks like the overlay. So you can see they're both the same. They've both got a lighter under and a darker over. Just this was done dark first, then light. This was light and then dark laid over it. So you just stamp off onto a piece of, it's just computer paper, and you get the look. And then I ran everything through my die cutting machine with the Unbounded Beauty dies, which match the Unbounded Beauty Flowers of Beauty. Unbounded Beauty is the paper, sorry. Flowers of Beauty stamps, Flowers of Beauty dies, so they all coordinate with each other. And now we just need to build it. So we're going to put adhesive on the back. Here's a little confession. When I did this for the sample, I forgot to check which way this went, and I'd actually stuck it on sideways. So make sure you've got the seam of the overlay vertical, and then pop your layer on. Just need to stick some sticky on the back. I was going to use dimensionals, as you know, I'm quite fond of dimensionals, but I just felt by the time it was a little bit fatter on the front, I didn't want to overload it. Right, so now I've got to find the colour, and we'll pop that one there, that one there. I mean, you can put any flowers you want, any decoration. I just felt these were the in colors, and they just go so nicely. And then the last little touch is to bring in the shimmer gems. There are regular gems, but I do like these shimmer ones. So let me find my little stylus. So we'll put the Petunia Pop one up by Petunia Pop. We can put Pretty in Pink down here, and then a little peach pie next to it. So we've got one of each color just to coordinate things in. And then we just need to, I just pop that out of the way. Oh, there's going to be a, nearly fell on the floor. So now we just need to pop that into place. Pop that in. And then it slides down. And remember how I said we just need to make sure that it's going to fit and be enough. And then once it's in, we can go ahead and sharpen the edges with the bone folder. Last step. So there you have it. That's another version of a locking gatefold card. If you like what you've seen, please consider subscribing. Press the bell and you'll get a notification when I post videos. Give me a thumbs up, please. Thank you. I do appreciate those. They keep my algorithm busy. If you've got any comments or questions, please pop those in the description box below, because I'm always keen to hear what you think, or if you've got a question to help you get it answered. As always, everything is on my blog. And last but not least, thanks so much for watching.